Hi everyone, it's Denise from Paper Pastime. I'm very excited about today's project. This was posted on the message board yesterday. These adorable little like gazebos, it was like a lantern is what I've called it. They had them decorated many different ways. They had the battery candles in them, they had flowers in them. I just loved it and I wanted to try it. This was the very first one I made and it's amazingly sturdy. I was thinking more like maybe a centerpiece at this time, and I looked at it and thought, wow, that's really big. Maybe I better do a smaller one. So then came number 2, which came out great. I have a different window in it. And I have this one in scale also. You can resize it in scale, so I didn't do separate files. And I'm still thinking, well, this one's kind of big, so I made one more. This was after the dreaded X, red X, and this one in the corrupt file and starting over, but that's another story. Then I made this little one, which is my favorite. I'm thinking it would be a cute Christmas ornament. Hang it from the tree. I'm thinking you could put a photo cube maybe suspended from the top floating in there. You could put a 3D Christmas tree. Just tons of ideas. These are just done in old scrap paper, getting very low on paper. It takes a lot when you're making all these prototypes and trying them and cutting them and doing them again. So we're down to this old ugly gray. I haven't done anything to fancy these up at all. I'm thinking Cuttlebug would be awesome. All kinds of things. I know you guys will have great ideas. So enough talking and let's get started. There's 3 pieces. This is your roof. This is the bottom, which is just a hexagon. And I couldn't find a hexagon in Georgian Basic Shapes, so instead of using the one from Accent Essentials, I made one so you wouldn't have to use 2 cartridges. And here is the lantern base. It's in 2 pieces because only the very small one fits on 1 sheet of paper. So you just have to piece it together. It's not hard to do at all. I'm going to do all of my scoring first so that I can just get the score pail out of the way. We're going to start with our base, one of our sections. Now the big tabs are your bottom and your small tabs are your top. This is what your roof's going to hook to. It's very simple scoring. You can really see where it needs to be along your little tab. And then in between, if I turn it this way, you can actually just center it on there. And these panels are each 2 inches wide, so if you have a score pail, it's easy. It's already in position. You just need to do that. Okay, rotate it. We need to score our bottom tabs. Now you don't have to, but I'm going to flip it over to score my top tabs because they are going to fold the opposite way. It just gives you a little nicer fold, but it's no big deal. You can do it all on the same side if you want. Then you need to redo the same thing for this one. I babysit. That's what my job is. And if you can hear my little cherubs in the living room, I can see them from where I am. They're watching Dora and singing. That's our little background music for today, I guess. They're being very good though. Okay, flip it over, score those top tabs. Okay, now for the roof. Kind of a goofy looking shape. I didn't do a score page. I find those difficult and really a pain, so you'll just have to, you can tell where. There's a little mark here and you have to score up to that crease. This is your tab to attach your roof together. And then you're going to score from each one of these dents where the 2 circles join back to your center one again. So you just need to line it up. You want to be pretty accurate. Give it a good crease. And they're all going to meet right here at this center point. I was going to do some of my scoring ahead of time, but I just wanted you to see that this really, it goes together pretty quickly. I know I have so many ideas for it already. I want to do a Christmas one. I think that would be beautiful. Okay, this looks goofy. You need to line this straight piece up. You're just going to do a straight line. You're going to cut this piece off, so you just want to score that so that runs in a straight line, and we're just going to remove that when we get there. Okay, now turn it over because you're going to be doing opposite score lines again. You're going to fold the opposite way. You're going to line up from the end of that score line to that one on a line and you're just going to score straight across. That's where we're going to fold our little flap. It doesn't have to be perfect. It goes together really fast once you get all your scoring done. Okay, one more. Where did I put my scissors? They're over here. This little circle piece, we're just going to snip that off. Okay, now we will get the score pal out of the way and we are ready to assemble. Now, I find it's easier, I wonder, I might have scored these even the wrong way, but it won't really matter. You need to make sure that you keep your small tabs together at the top and your long ones at the bottom. We're just going to adhere these together, put some adhesive on it. All right, now we're going to fold it. You need to be careful when you're folding right here in the middle because it is so thin. So I found that's the only time I really have, you try not to crease the outside of it. Just give all these a good crease. It helps if you hold it in the middle and kind of support it. Sorry for all the background noise, but I really wanted to get this done, so I didn't want to wait till nap time. Okay, fold your tab. Okay, all right, so then we're going to flip it over so that the outside is showing. We're going to put adhesive along the tab. We turn it, and we're going to put adhesive along all these. I just do it in one long straight line. Do it as close to the fold as you can. You don't want to go up on the base, but okay, so that's done. That's how I always end up with sticky all over my score pal. I use my gun while I'm on it. Then you're going to flip it over. Be careful not to let those tabs adhere. You know what, I should have folded those first. Wasn't thinking. Do all your folds first before you apply adhesive. It's generally a good rule to remember. Okay, the top ones fold out the opposite way. I'm going to go ahead and do those. I should have done them all before the adhesive went on. Okay, now flip it over, and on the opposite side, your adhesive is on your tabs on this side. I'm going to put that face down, just don't stick it to your mat. And we need to put some adhesive on these near the fold again. This is what your roof is going to attach to. From this point on, it'll go together really fast. Okay. First thing you're going to do is just you're going to line up your side and join that. I'm sticking to my tab. Okay, then flip it upside down so you can look at it and kind of tuck your flaps in. Don't really stick them together yet. Get it going in your hexagon shape. Take your bottom. This part can be just a little tricky, but you just got to line these up. I suggest not sticking it down too firmly in the beginning. Once you get a couple done, it goes a lot easier. I'm trying to do it for the camera. I would normally pick it up and hold it close, and I just glued myself to the mat. Don't do that. It doesn't need to be exact. If you have a little piece sticking over, you could always trim it off. It's just to hold it together. Like I said, this makes it very strong. I was surprised. I thought it might be real flimsy with all the windows cut out. Okay. I didn't get this one on as good as I could have. I should have picked it up and put it under my nose like I normally do. But trust me, if you line it up nice, it sits really flat. That's not so bad. Okay. Now those tabs all need to come out because that's how you're going to put your roof on. Let's put the roof together first. Okay, let's fold all of our creases. I would love to do this in like some pearlized paper. I could see it working even for a wedding centerpiece. You could cuddle bug it and really doctor it up. Okay, your scallops are going to fold the opposite way from your other creases. You need to put adhesive along this tab. And then you just gotta make sure I'm in the camera, overlap it. Okay, this part is a little tricky also, but it's really not bad. You're gonna align these up with these shapes. They fit together very nicely, so it's your corners you're kind of looking at. Like I said, I would normally put this right in my face. It's gonna be a little harder to do it for the camera. And I hope you can see, it's such an overcast day here. I brought extra lights in. I'm in the kitchen with every light on that we have. I brought a couple of lamps in, and I still think it's going to be a dark video. But who knows when it'll be sunny again, so I didn't want to wait. So you're just lining up